Alright, today we're going to be doing another BattleTech battle. It's going to be based on something we've done in the previous past. We had that one mission where Lindon's company had its little debacle on Driscoll's world. Lindon's company got into quite a bit of a scuffle.
Riley's armored cavalry. It's what will end up becoming Lindon's company.
Yeah. Now at this point in history, have they made that switch yet? Because this is when these guys are going to take their first blows against Kurita.
I'm okay if they start moving in that direction.
Okay. Because this is an official company. It's not your personal company, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have here is the battle. These are actually official maps. So you guys can go buy this. I like making them into double-sided maps because why not? So Kurita has a little outpost here. That dragon is usable, by the way. This little outpost is just a mech base where they kind of, keep a little bit of tabs on one of their frontiers. It's kind of a bit of a semi-arid wasteland. There are going to be Panther mechs with conscript stats. That's right, I'm rocking 5/6s. They're going to be walking around pretty much, on patrol, with a few of them just deactivated at base, along with the dragon here. Dragon's going to take a while to start up. We're going to roll pilot checks for that after turn 1, whereas on turn 1, the surprised Panthers over here can do their piloting checks. That's going to be a 6+, by the way, to activate their mechs. We'll have one guy on patrol somewhere on the map. We'll probably come up with some kind of patrol route for him to go. Probably determine it by random. And then Lindon's company is going to choose one of these corners to strike from. The primary objective of the mercenary company at this point is to deal a hefty blow to the Kuritans. It is a good idea to capture that base temporarily. It is a better idea to relegate all the forces to the past tense, but the very best, the lightest they can get away with, I would say, would be to severely cripple this section of forces. Now, background-wise, does Lindon's company have other lances that are available?
Well, let's put it this way. Not much.
Okay.
After what happened on Driscoll's world, let's just say that they are currently under repair. It just so happens that this lance got away kind of with murder. Well, we look at it as we were working for Kurita, now we're working against Kurita.
Yeah, it's going to be essentially...
So this mission is motivated more as a hey, we need some money to help get our company back online. Hey, Mr. Steiner, who is now allowing us to work for them, how can we make money?
Yeah. So we also have each of these two places. There are supplies that the Lindon's company can benefit from each of these. This power grid just benefits Kurita, but this thing also helps power... Actually, this is more like a plant. This plant helps power the human side of all these buildings. All the energy comes out of this reactor. Destroying this reactor is a bad idea.
I got a question.
Yes.
For this scenario, what is the option for occupation of this, or is this so deep in enemy territory that occupation would be a terrible idea?
This is probably a border march of the Kuritan worlds.
Fantastic.
There is a thing they have in BattleTech lore. Now, mind you, I am not the lore master. My friend is the lore master. And he says that a bunch of things, but I've read, there's this place called the Federation's March, or the Federated Suns March. And those marches are composed of worlds that once belonged to the Federated Suns, but are now Kurita. And there are worlds in there that once belonged to Kurita, but now belong to the Federated Suns. So it's kind of like the conflict zone between the two factions. So that's what we're going to be running across today. We're going to be running across a whole lot of border territories that aren't in the primary view of Kuritan politics. So they can kind of afford a little bit of smashing and potentially disappearing out from underneath the radar for a little bit. Now, a little bit's the key phrase here, because all news will get to the capital a year or so from now under the worst circumstances. I have some really cool things I did. I run a Kurita force that was designed for Alpha Strike. So I have a bunch of mechs that are exactly the same. Why should I have 4 full-sized mech sheets on the table to represent 4 identical mechs with pretty much identical pilots? I mean, they have different personalities, but they've been trained to that level. And this is BattleTech. We don't care what kind of person sitting in the cockpit. How effective are you? These are all conscripts. I know, I've seen a bunch of videos online where it's like, yeah, you should play with like 1s and 2s because it makes BattleTech better. Bunch of cowards. I'm playing with 5/6s today because I know that can be done, and what do you know, I get to bring more mechs.
If you play battle value, a mech pilot of 1 or 2 will get stomped. It will destroy you. If you show up in a Warhammer with a 1/2 pilot, I'm gonna bring a mess of shit, and you're gonna die.
My force is primarily Les Panthers. I'm going to have the hissing light. In my opinion, it's one of the worst light mechs out there because, well, I'll have a later video about my preferences in mechs. I don't really care about talking about, this is the stuff I like. I mean, I'd rather just show you guys a game, right? But the Panther is a trooper mech. So I have this custom sheet that I pretty much hacked up myself. This is based off the official sheet, but I just hacked it up so it fits onto one 11 by 17 thing of paper. This is a dragon, standard sheet, everything. It's got its value kicked down to the 900 region so it can fit a conscript pilot. None of these guys are especially well paid for by Kurita. They have basic rudimentary mech training. They're essentially the most mookish of mech warriors.
Let's just say the guy piloting the dragon just happens to have a higher social credit score.
Yeah, now that's a compelling thing, I'd say. But amongst the Kuritans, I would say very likely this guy is Japanese. These guys are probably
not.
They're probably, given the actual background of Kurita, they're probably Arabic or Filipino or something like that. My actual Kurita company I prefer to run is made of Hispanic guys, actually. And if you don't know why that should be a thing, you haven't seen a lot of Dragon Ball Z and Saint Seiya memes yet, have you? Like half of them are in Spanish. But anyway, the funny thing is that the battle today is going to determine the next step. If I defeat Lindon's company, it's the end of the storyline. If Lindon's company defeats the Kuritans, at least getting, let's say they're reduced to less than 50% of their strength, and the Lindon's company possesses these building areas, whereas the Kuritans do not, then congratulations, a new chapter is open up where we go on to the next step of what's going on.
Oh, I'm going to make that shit happen.
It's interesting because it's one of the oldest mercenary companies that actually is mentioned in the lore. That's why I chose it. I also like it because it actually talks about their formation, and that last mission is the last mission we did was the oldest thing that even mentions the predecessors of their history.
Uh-huh.
So we're literally playing Lindon's company kind of through their genesis.
Cool.
They also, I believe, Lindon's company, if I remember correctly, they they have a history of not liking Kurita.
Well, Kurita has a history of not liking mercenaries, so it's a nice match.
Yeah.
Literally, I believe Lindon's company is mentioned in Battle Droids. Not BattleTech 2nd Edition, Battle Droids.
Okay.
They're in the original BattleTech lore. Along with, the Wolfster Guns, and I forgot, there was 4 mercenary companies in there, and they introduced, I think they only introduced 4 of the 5 houses, I think. No, I think it was 5.
I think that's more your territory.
Yeah. Well, I'm a really big fan of knowing the history of the game itself. This is the Dead Games channel. I go research gaming history where I understand, games happen like this where, games aren't just the fluff inside of it we play around and the lore. Games are produced by human beings that create product in the real world. That's why we have these new BattleTech books that have these old school kick-ass art, but it's a brand new product. I mean, love these things where, it kind of looks like a piece of history, but it's just the newest book they've released.
It's nice.
Way to go, Catalyst Games Lab. Anyway, so let's go ahead. We've introduced the scenario. Let's do the basic rounds of setup, and then we're going to start playing the game. Things are set up on the board. Now, how we determined it, we have these 2 Panthers parked out pretty much facing so they can just start walking off this way and then take the little route. They're going to take the route this way through to get where they need to go. But this is pretty much where the base is. Excuse me. 1 Panther is guarding the dragon for obvious reasons. So he's going to be active. That guy has to start up over subsequent turns. These guys get to start up on their first turn, or try to start up. It's a piloting roll, 6 or more. This guy, we rolled, what was it, 10 o'clock 11 o'clock, sorry, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock was the 4, 5, 6, and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock was the 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And I just rolled a 4. So this old original plastic hissing panther is walking onto the corner board and has no clue what waits him out there. He is going to be encountering a sentinel, which has had 1 field upgrade since last time.
Yeah, we let's just say that the sad sentinel that I had last time is slightly less sad.
Yeah, well, sentinels aren't...
Field. I remember. So I only went with the field kit upgrade that upgrades it.
So it was a Lost Tech AC2, right?
On that?
Yeah, UAC2.
There's no Lost Tech.
UAC2 is Lost Tech at this point in history.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, the previous one was just an autocannon 5.
Yeah.
So now it's an UAC 5.
Yeah, the Ultra Autocannon is Lost Tech in 3015.
Really?
Yeah, 3025 is the Helm Memory Core event.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. Over here, Legionnaire is over here stalking his way onto the battlefield, this little corner. He's really close.
That is a she.
That's a she. That's
That
the
is
commander.
a she, yes. That is a she, and she is pissed.
That's the girl in command. What was her name again?
Oh my god, I can't remember actually off the top of my
Ha
head.
ha ha ha. You
I
can't remember-
should.
You can't remember your own girl's name. How
No,
far?
I can't.
Then we have the Royal Locust.
Her name is Angry Bitch.
Okay. That is the same hunchback that got headshotted last time. Has got a new cockpit, new pilot, and is returning. And that Royal Locust is one of 2 surviving Royal Locusts. That one was repaired with parts from the other one because they can't figure out how to make a Royal Locust.
The other one is sitting in the sitting in the mech bay, and we're like, well,
Yeah, that thing has seen better days. So here's our layout table to start with. We're going to start jumping through the turns. Riley's cavalry is going to do his fire of baptism to become a new organism against the Kuritans and their insignificant outpost out here. But it counts as Cretan territory, so if this gets through, someone is going to hear about it. Ready for round 1.
I'm ready to make Kurita hear about it.
Not quite the end of turn 1. We're going on to the shooting phase here. This Panther walked up and took some cover in here because he realized there's something showing up on his sensors. That Sentinel over there is lining up for a nice shot with his AC-5. Over here, you see that one attached to that one? Those aren't jump jet signals. His engine is active and he'll be moving around next turn. This guy did not activate his engine this turn. He's trying. The dragon has gotten to awareness level yellow. He is running towards his mech. Meanwhile, this little buggy decided to walk up and say, "What's over here?" And Locust out of nowhere. Now, that is a split. It's 4 for movement because he moved 10 hexes, but there's a 1 because of a thing called
It's evasion. It's like evaded movement.
evasive movement. Go ahead and describe that.
So basically what it is I am using all of my focus as a pilot to avoid being hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it lets me add a modifier based on my skill level as a pilot.
Yes.
And in his case, he's a 4/5, so it's only +1.
Yes.
So he moved and wooged, and he gets +4 and then +1 for that. So that's why there's that separate dice there.
Hitting him is going to be impossible. Remember, my guys are 5/6s. He's going to be kind of a hard target right now. Miss Angry is right here, and she has just jumped into position, so she has the jumping bonus on her side and against her. And of course, the Hunchback is making his way up, not preparing to get headshot a second time. So,
Yeah, they made sure to. There's a thing going around the company saying that the Hunchback is cursed.
yeah.
So they put the pilots they don't like in the Hunchback.
That's where Decker goes. Yeah.
Decker goes in the Hunchback.
Yeah. So we have here, the shooting phase is going to be composed of this Panther trying to get a shot on somebody. May not work at all. This Panther might be able to get some return fire. And this Sentinel will be firing upon the Panther. Fun with guns in the sun. So, Panther there had gotten into a bit of a shooting match with the Sentinel. The Sentinel took 10 points of damage to his right leg and had all the armor ripped off of it. Because PPCs do that to light mechs. The Panther was missed. So the Panther is not going to actually... He's not suffering right now. He can probably handle that Sentinel, assuming the Sentinel doesn't do something awesome. The Jenner is behind level 2 cover and level 0 cover, so she is covered. This Panther tried to woof a shot at Mr. Invincible, and when you need a 12 to hit, you don't usually get a 12 to hit. He didn't. And so he missed, and that heat is now dissipating out into the air. He's being sad and running a lot. So, yeah, No one else has any kind of combat action. This is the end of the first turn, in which the first engagements are actually happening over here. This is still to come. Oh boy. Locusts are gonna loci. So here we have the Royal Locust is coming to the butt of these two Panthers here. One who has started, moved around, the other one which has not made its pilot check roll. Needing to roll a 6 or more, can't roll a 6 or more. The Dragon pilot is making due haste and has gone from yellow condition to red. They may roll to activate their mech next turn. So here we have the Jenner, commanded by the leader of the Lindon's Company 2B, fighting against some poor schmuck in a Panther. But that Panther has a PPC and demonstrated quite willingly the power of a PPC upon that Jenner's turn, causing 10 points of damage to the torso, wasn't it?
Yes. It was like to the center torso. So
Yeah. So another shot at the center torso is going to be fun with a PPC.
yeah, please don't hit me there again.
Casually walking, hunchback. This is the hunchback in its natural environment, looking for a fight. Over here, the engagement got broken off. That sentinel decided to aim at the back of a immobile Panther all the way over here, which, by the way, that was a successful idea. That was great. In response, this Panther turned around and said, "Dude, you're taking more damage," and shot the sentinel for more damage.
Again.
There wasn't anything enough to kill it, was it?
No, it went through its torso armor, and you failed to crit.
Yeah, I did. Failing to crit is kind of an embarrassing thing, but it happens sometimes. The scenario could swing either way, but looking at it, it's going to be fighting out right here really shortly. There's a Locust, there's a Jenner, everybody's in range of everybody else really shortly. That poor dragon had better get its ass up going. The only thing it has going for it is that its rear arc is up against a building. Only thing going for that dragon right now, because it's in the bay. So I think I could have put the dragon so it was kind of facing out of the bay, but oh well.
This is why I take torso-mounted cockpits.
Okay, we are at the usual turn sequence of end of turn wrap-ups to bring you another. Okay, this campaign. Tell me about this cursed hunchback of yours.
They were already on the fucking jump ship, making jokes about how the hunchback's fucking cursed. This hunchback is cursed. His head got hit by a particle cannon, and the dude passed out. And
yeah, literally, like, I didn't believe it was a bear 9, right? And then I rolled, and it's like, oh, look, a headshot. That's a legitimate headshot there. And then he rolled for his consciousness check, and it's like right there. So he's alive, but the hunchback's not doing anything right now.
Nope.
How glorious is that? Oh my god. And when does he get the next recover from his consciousness?
I don't think he does.
I believe it is rolled at the end phase of each turn.
Yeah, the end phase of each turn.
Is it at the end phase?
Probably not this turn, but it'll be like next end phase you can undo it. Something like that.
But holy shit!
Yeah. And last time it was a glorious Atlas that got that slam in. This time it was a mere humble little Panther. A little hissing cat running around going, "I'm gonna muck you in an alleyway," and he did it. He shot the guy in the woods.
Man!
He went Quasimodo hunting and got himself a hunchback in the head. So yeah, more stuff is happening this turn, but yeah, whenever headshots happen, they're a little bit special. You might as well talk about how those go on, especially since it's happened to the same mech twice. Glorious battle. So we talked about the beautiful headshot we acquired here out of luck and mystery. We lost a mech. This is a Panther that took an SRM ammo hit and went kablooey. So we miss our Panther. He had the unfortunacy of never ever starting his mech and dying in a cockpit of a mech that just turned on.
Did he actually manage to eject?
You know what? Usually ammo explosions kill mech warriors. However, we can double check that. But for the most part,
I'm pretty sure an ammo explosion. If I were an engineer,
yeah.
There's also rules
if I
for
were an
auto
engineer,
eject.
if an ammo explosion, unless you had case, would automatically trigger GTFO.
Yeah. Shall we roll for an ejection roll?
Let's roll an ejection check.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
He's a 5-6, right?
5-6 piloting skill. There's a 7 on the roll. So whatever 7 gets us off of a piloting check to eject.
I say he ejects. I don't plan on.
Is there a modifier over here for ejecting? That's attack modifiers. Piloting modifiers. I'm bad at reading, I guess.
Is that I don't suspect that fellow is going to cause me any consternation. If he decides to whip out his Glock and start shooting me, I'm going to.
He's Kuritan, he's not stupid.
Hey, also, most mechs are built in with an auto eject system for things like that.
Yeah, I would say he
unless you're in a
definitely
freaking spider.
He got the opportunity to get out, and he got out.
Yeah. The guy is probably, you know what,
He's in the air right now.
Let's do this. He is heading, Hex facing 3, he's moving this direction, right? 1, 2, 3, so he's going this way. 1 Hex, god damn it. He's probably going to get cover in the rocks, honestly speaking. So.
Yep, he lands there.
There was no action over here. That one sentinel, see that sentinel there? Le Sentinel decided to go hide in a corner, essentially, from the big bad panther and his head-knocking gun. Next turn, this guy gets to move. So, once again, the general landed no hits. The commander is in charge of the force, but she's not killing anybody right now. Meanwhile, the hunchback is suffering again. So, and of course, we lost a freaking panther. So, oh well. But this battle is progressing into its middle. We're going to slug this thing out. The hunchback has 1 turn down, so if we can take him out in that turn, that's great. But there is, of course, a commander, a 3-4 ranked commander, right there, ready to defend the comrade. So, on to the next turn. We've gotten in close. So, Dragon opened fire on the Locust, did a minimal bunch of damage to the legs. That one Panther opened fire on the Jenner. Minimal damage as well, was it?
Actually, you hit me pretty hard.
I forgot.
You just, you hit me... I don't know, you didn't hit me at all. I think you missed.
Yeah. Over here, the Panther tried to do a last bit onto the Hunchback, but the Hunchback didn't take it that far.
Yeah, a last bit. You tried to cold shot my head.
Yeah, exactly.
Asshole.
Exactly, like I said, last bit against the Hunchback there. This Panther tried to shoot the Locust, missed. Sentinel did nothing because, oh look, there's a level 3 there and a level 3 there in the way of that Panther.
Just had to roll to avoid overheat with the Jenner because it shot everything and used its jump jets.
That'll do it. That will get you a shutdown mech pretty fast.
And Hunchback wakes up and he is concerned that the curse is real.
The battle is still raging. On to the next turn. What was once a crowded battlefield has turned into a bit of cowardice here, and
a dragon went in there like a turd in a pool. He just whop, and then everyone ran.
Yeah, the mercenary company is back. Okay, Sentinel over here is having its own little engagement with this Panther, but the Panther is moving into where he's actually got a pretty good spot where he can go help where he needs to. Back on the ranch, we've got this dragon has intimidated the Locust away, intimidated the Jenner away, intimidated the Hunchback just doing Hunchback things for a reason. He's probably accepting the curse. There is one Panther here that is backing up the dragon, and this Panther has gotten shot up so badly he has jumped back a space. So we have taken enough damage amongst our Panthers that we kind of need to do something effectual or die from being worn down by attrition. And that Jenner is just behind.
Hey, you discovered what my plan is.
Yeah. I mean, honestly speaking...
My plan is to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that Jenner can jump in places I can't, so it's a really nasty mech. There's a reason the Kuritans usually use the Jenner. I just don't like the mech, so I don't have the Jenner. So, pat on me, I guess. We are suffering right now because we are covering... Our terrain belongs to us still. We're still active, so we're kind of winning that one objective of keep the enemy off of our ass. We're down 1 mech, and the enemy isn't suffering that badly, unless you want to count the head of that Hunchback there.
Oh, that concerns me greatly.
But yeah, that Jenner does have a tendency to overheat, and the Royal Locust is being a pain in the ass like a Royal Locust should. That's a +4 to hit because of evasive maneuvers. So yeah, we're not going to touch that guy very quickly. We tried very hard to touch him and it did not work.
I really hope you don't touch my dude in the head again. Please stop.
I'm probably going to send the dragon that way to go face off against him.
Stop it.
Send in the dragon.
Yo, no, send that bitch out here.
Yeah, with an escort.
Yeah. I was going to say, you send him by himself. He's going to have himself a bad time.
I think an escort's required. So, I'm still in this. Let's go kill ourselves some mercenaries in the name of, what is it? It's not Theodore Kurita at this point. Whoever his dad was, I think, right?
Yeah. They're probably doing it in the name of their local lord, who probably sponsored these miscreants.
Yeah, and we've discovered, these guys aren't Kurita and like standard troops. These are border troops. These guys are like Islamic guys running around on behalf of Kurita's paycheck because they pay more than dirt farming.
Now, there's one Japanese guy.
But he's not as good as fighting. He's a 5'6" still.
Yeah.
So he's probably not a well-trained guy at all. So.
All right, let's do this.
All right. In response to the Lindon's company boyos backing off, Kurita decided to walk up and start returning fire. Not to great effect. We did have some hits and a lot of losses. We missed. We needed like 9s and 10s to hit some of our shots, and we just didn't get it. The usual interchange between the Panther and the Sentinel didn't go as planned. I mean, I shot the dirt and he missed. So.
It could have gone better.
Could have gone a lot better. Oh. So yeah, the Jenner is falling back. The Locust is falling back. The Hunchback is falling back. So we are just, we're just performing a frontal assault maneuver. See if we can, blast at some mercenaries. And I don't know, what's the mercenary perspective on the thing?
Mercenary perspective is we are looking for an opportunity for us to launch an ambush.
Because we would much rather ambush you one at a time than deal with the turd in the pool.
Yeah. The dragon had gotten such a disrespectful name. The Cretans are really insulted at that.
El turd.
Yeah.
Is that what it is in Japanese?
Unko, yeah.
Unko.
Yeah. Unko-san. He's not very happy about that. Well, in any case, we've got a reason to keep fighting, and we are holding our ground, so we're doing just fine.
Okay.
This is a really fun next turn. So we had this square off between the Hunchback and this poor Panther here. This poor Panther missed with its weaponry. This guy scored a AC-20 on the damage center torso of his Panther, eradicating all its armor, eradicating all its internal structure, and eradicating its central torso.
Eradicating its pride.
But the mech is over, but here's the thing we have to notice. It took 20 points of damage, so it needs to make a pilot check, right? Mm-hmm. It no longer has a gyro to make that pilot check with, and the result of failing a pilot check is a fall. Having been blasted in the chest where you have your chest evacuated by an AC-20, I ruled this thing went over the edge here and fell 2 levels down, kaboosh, because, honestly, very likely to happen.
And probably didn't get the option to eject.
The rest of the guys opened fire on this boyo here and did relative damage. Nothing that really was stand out amazing. We haven't hit him in the head yet, and his head is still hanging open with just 2 points of damage left on it. Very familiar feeling. But the over here with our Panther versus Sentinel there, a little bit of shooting back and forth, no real hits. We still own the base here. The base belongs to us. And over here, we finally having a showdown between the Jenner. The Locust is doing a flank maneuver here. But we've got a flank maneuver going on. But we've lost a guy. We have a little bit back up in a little bit. We should be able to hold through this. So here I have my forces. We're advancing to try to push them back. I came into a close combat scenario with Dragon versus Hunchback. So Dragon versus Hunchback, face to face. And as you can see, my Dragon is on the ground right now. And he got kicked while he was on the ground too.
That's what happens when you take an L or an AC-20 to the chest and you fall over.
Worse, the AC-20 to the chest stripped off most of the armor. Falling stripped off, I got the same location twice. So he has 1 point of armor left in his center torso. This guy is in a very bad way right now. And he's on the ground with a Hunchback at close range who still has AC-20 ammo. Not much hitting anywhere else. I mean, we tried to shoot, but I rolled the most average rolls necessary, and all my 2 hits required were like 9s and 10s. The Sentinel did not hit either, so who cares? The Locust sprinted this turn, and but the Locust, he's just not getting hit. So I'm down 2 Panthers. I am almost down a Dragon. It is not looking good. However, we're Cretans. We're still in this fight.
It's better to be captured by the enemy than to be sent home.
I did think of something really crazy right now, but I'm only going to bring it up if a certain event happens.
We will see.
We will see about that crazy event. So yeah. Onward. Let us see to a victory. On this turn, we've established that faster mechs are the better mechs. However, as per scenario, I'm not using the faster mechs, therefore I feel a little bit left behind. So we have here, Dragon and Hunchback have faced off. It's looking worse for the Dragon, but at least I've caused some damage to the Hunchback. Then we have here this Panther decided to cross against the Sentinel. The Sentinel came up, and the other Panther decided to cross wire with it. We didn't do a lot of hitting. We rolled terribly. We would have missed even if we had 4 or 5 normal pilots. This guy took enough damage that they all need to take tests. These guys are still standing. This guy fell before the Locust. The Locust is doing extremely good because it's a fucking Royal Locust. It's one of the best mechs if you ask me. This guy fell. This guy is, I mean, the Jenner is doing a lot of weight kicking right now. I can't see a clear way out of this. This is going to be a long, drawn-out fight, and to be honest, all these Panthers you see here are missing armor. All of them. The Dragon is missing all the armor off its front, so it can't do anything as far as the center torso is concerned. Center torso and right torso. Let me correct that. So this is actually a really, really tough fight. I don't think I'm going to make it through it, but Kurita does not surrender.
I was going to say, that, like I said, your superiors are scarier than what the enemy's going to do to you.
Yes, exactly. And this guy is the linchpin. He is an actual Cretan.
If he manages to bonk the Hunchback in the head, shit turns around real quick.
Yes, it does. It does. We're at the grim part because he has no head armor. I have no face armor. Things are good. I mean, yeah. So, without further ado, more bloodshed. This was not a safe turn. So, he walked. That's why I have a 6 there. There's no way I can get a 6 off of a Panther. He turned the shot at the Locust. Missed. We were trying to do something to the Locust. And it was by 1 point, too. 1 measly point. Then, he tried a shot on the Hunchback. I do believe I missed, right? This Dragon lost his entire right side. Good thing I don't have an XL engine. I am down to essentially kicking my opponent or beating him with the medium laser instead of shooting him with it. So life sucks for this pilot. My little risk here kind of paid off because I'm inside of the effective range of the autocannon here from the Sentinel, but it's not going to persist like that for too much longer. This is a kind of a clusterfuck here, and I kind of want out of it. But here I am, surrounded by these light mechs doing light mech things, and this Dragon is going nowhere fast. I can't do enough damage. He has 2 fists. He's got an AC-20. That's not where you want to be. You don't want to be face-fisting a fucking Hunchback. But here I am, taking it every time he
getting
goes
some
an attack.
full frontal from a Hunchback.
Oh, good God, yeah.
And I'm surprised you've lasted this long. Like, that was 3 direct hits from the fucking Hunchback that you're still standing. Remarkable. You're still...
Yes. Well, this guy has one option. He can either win or die. So there's no other options besides that. So this has turned in my favor despite the odds. I fired a medium laser during the shooting phase just for the hell of it, and got a headshot.
The fucking cursed battle mech.
That thing has 2 headshots this game! You did! You were wrecking my shit, but dude, he went down from 2 headshots!
Oh no.
This is a piloting check to make sure my guy can still stand, because he did take an AC-20 hit earlier.
He's fine.
He's way fucking fine.
Well, he's not fine. If you look at his mech sheet, he is not fine.
Oh, dude. Is it turned this way or this way?
It's
Just put it straight over.
yeah. He's not having a good day.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit.
Not only that, I lost my Locust too.
Yeah, the Locust is removed. I lost with an engine hit, mind you. I lost a Panther. He lost a Locust. He lost a Hunchback. It is now down to a Jenner and a Sentinel versus a Panther and a very fucking wrecked Dragon. That Panther could eventually carry the day, because guess what? That guy, I don't think he's got much damage on him. How are you feeling?
I'm going. She's gonna have a hard time finding a pilot to get back in that Hunchback.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna keep going. It's weird. It is too fucking late.
Oh man, yeah.
You killed one of my friends. It's too late now. All right. Now what you gonna do?
Whip out my penis and beat you with it. He has a fist in both. He has a hand actuator in both fucking hands, doesn't he?
I'm gonna risk a shutdown here very shortly.
Oh yes, he does.
I can punch you twice.
If you don't shoot the PPC.
SR, he's just going to stand there and do a horse stance.
Now is the time.
The PPC would still be a better option.
Why?
10 points of damage versus 3. Or wait, are they 35 times?
35, 4.
4? It's still 10 damage versus 4.
However, he's way inside my minimum range.
Oh, true.
So way inside your minimum range.
I have the SRM4. I'm at point blank range for that one. I'm good.
All right. So he's staying.
He's going to have to stay.
Declaring shot. Holy shit, he's got other weapons. Hold on. I've never been in this situation before.
He has some medium lasers.
I have
a medium laser and an SRM2.
Oh, yeah, SRM2s. Oh, good fucking God.
And both of them are in the right torso.
this guy. What did he do at all? Did he move?
He's not... Oh, sorry, yeah, moving. Oh, my God, I got it. Hold on. Heat. Heat.
You can go hide. Go. You can go attend to your... You can go ahead and attend to your hunchback.
Oh, and actually, she... Yeah, oh, boy.
She has negatives to do stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah, uh-huh. We're looking at -3 movement points and a +2 to modifier.
So wait, she has a -3 to
two movement.
Hiding's a good idea unless you're being crazy.
That brings her down to a 4/6.
Hold on, to a 4/6.
Yeah.
Sorry, here. Was she facing this way?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
Don't forget all the target modifiers you're getting from those medium or from that heat.
Yeah, I know.
Locust that will take leg damage in battle. If I can run instead of standing and fighting, I will. You know why? Because it's a locust.
Yeah.
They fight with their legs, technically.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What did you do that for?
So I can get cover.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yeah, it does have leg cover there.
Yeah.
All right, now shooting. Oh boy, negatives to shooting. So total so far for heat, I have -2 on top of everything else. So
Or +2, you mean?
+2. So 3.
You're at 5. Or 5
Slow
base.
down. So 3 base.
Yeah.
2 ran. And you didn't move far enough.
All right.
Short range.
Short range, so 7s. 4 times. And I am going to risk shutdown so bad. Hit. Does not hit. Hit. Hit.
So 3 hits, that's 15.
Please hit me in the head.
To the 6. To the center torso with a potential crit or just dead. And an 8.
Well,
There's the center torso right there.
so you got the through armor crit plus you.
What was that location again?
So let's do center torso first. 5 points.
Yeah.
You already did that
Did
one.
that. Go ahead.
So 5 points. Confirmed. And then second one for me hitting. Not confirmed. So 1 confirmed crit. Is it a high-low thing?
Yes.
High. 2.
Fusion engine. +5 heat.
All right. 5 points to the 6.
Which is right torso.
Goes right fucking through.
And that would deviate back to the center.
Torso.
So roll to confirm crit.
Yeah.
5 points of damage, you said?
Confirms.
Yeah, 5 points of damage.
Roll it. Same last time.
Upper 5.
Gyro hit.
And then to the 8, which I believe is your other torso.
8 would be left torso.
Roll to confirm.
Yeah, roll it down.
Confirms.
Oh fuck. Roll
Is this high-low?
roll a D3.
5.
LRM 12 ammo.
You're done.
That thing just lit up.
Holy shit,
How
I
many
had
shots
to
did
do a
you have
lot to make that dragon disappear.
I did not have a lot of chances to use my LRM-10. And LRM-10 is the worst thing you can stick inside of a goddamn fucking dragon.
Replace it with an SRM-6.
Yes, exactly. Place with anything but fucking LRM-10.
Also, get rid of that damn AC-5.
No, the AC-5 is a decent weapon.
AC-5 is a junk weapon.
You can replace it with a large laser.
Yeah,
that would do just fine. All you need is all you need to do is pull out the ammunition and the AC-5 and bolt in some framework stuff and a power cable, and then make sure you've got your thing calibrated so at least it's facing on the center line of your arm, and you're good.
And maybe some extra heat sinks. It's 5 tons for a large laser. A AC-5 is 8 tons plus 1 ton for the ammunition. And you are looking at an extra 4 tons.
At home, I haven't used it. At home, I have a refit for a dragon that's actually fucking boss.
Yeah.
And it doesn't carry any kind of ammunition.
Or you could just straight out replace it for a particle cannon.
So we want to have him fight it out?
Well, I am going to,
Did he take
first
his
of all,
shots?
he hasn't taken his shots.
Let me do it now just to counter it out. He gets a medium laser.
I'm
And
moved
then
enough for a +1, and I have +1 from cover. No.
Does not connect. Let's see what the LRM-12 gets. Just rolling for it.
Just... Nope.
No.
He
So-
just...
There's a humongous explosion there. The Cretan guy's down, and this guy starts saying things in Arabic. Like, oh, fuck.
Allah Akbar.
Allah Akbar.
I have a booby trap.
If only.
Alright, so medium laser does not. And SRM does. Cluster of 2. 2
Holy
points of
shit,
damage
that's rare.
to the 6, and 2 points of damage to the 11.
6
Right
is right.
torso, left arm.
Yeah.
Right torso, you said?
I think 6 is right torso. Yeah.
Fine.
I
Left
get to
arm?
calculate some fucking heat.
I'm fine, actually.
Oh,
I'm going to SRM you and punch you twice.
I'm not.
each punch can damage the pilot, by the way.
Yes, I know.
So we just lost our second Royal Locust. Well, let's take the parts from this one and the other broken one.
Yeah, because trying to fix or remount an XL engine is literally a fucking chore in the succession.
No, you literally have to send it back to the factory. Those are E and F refits.
They are.
All
You
right,
ready?
during the heat phase, I'm going to make some checks.
I have to shoot you and make some melee. Point blank with the SRM 4. 7. I think it connects.
I think it connects.
Yes.
Roll for Gloucester.
I could have rolled
I think
worse.
that might
Yeah,
actually is
good.
a 2.
For a 4?
Oh, no, sorry. For a 4 is 4.
3. That's a 9?
Yes, 3.
9 is 3. So 3 locations with an SRM. So a 3, a 6, and 11.
3, 6, 11.
Not great.
Right arm, right torso, left arm.
Point, point, point.
Actually, roll to confirm crit for the torso.
I got a mere 7.
You did not. Would you like to punch me first?
Yes. First punch does not connect. Second punch does connect.
But where?
Connects
A6.
to the
The 3.
3. Not a headshot. I wish it was a headshot.
Where is that at?
I punch you in the penis. I send a torso. Send a torso for 4 points of damn.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Don't got
And then I punch you in the face.
Actually,
I punch you in the. I punch you.
before you roll location, note that he is one level above you.
No. 0.
Oh, I thought you were one level above.
I punch you in the center torso. Or 4.
Guess who can handle it?
Guess who can deal?
Yeah.
Are you ready to see some heat?
Yeah, what can he do?
That's cocked. We avoid ammunition explosion. I get to avoid a shutdown on 10. I get. Nope.
Yeah,
She's the one that's been running hot, and then finally went, I gotta get rid of the dragon. Boop, 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 boop.
Override.
Please don't blow
That
up.
pilot,
Please don't blow
that
up.
pilot is worth her weight.
She's like, please don't blow up. Please don't blow up.
I think she's the commander.
She is the commander of
Yeah.
this squad. She's been with
her story is that she's been with them from the very beginning.
Yeah. Well, so we had some interesting shit happen this turn. I lost the dragon to an ammunition explosion. The Jenner has shut down with heat. And the Panther and the Sentinel are literally going to fisticuffs. This is a bad day.
This is a bad day.
It's a very bad day. I have nothing more to say about that. We've got dead guys on the field. We have... This is shit. I'm down to like a 1 conscript Panther, and I have a shutdown commander and a Sentinel to freaking deal with. This is nasty shit. Now here's the sad thing. This guy is not a Kuritan. He's like a Kuritan conscript, like some Arabic guy that is now fighting for his life up against a wall.
How's he feel about this situation? Huh?
How does he feel? He is scared of dying, and he is scared very much of dying. He's going to fight until, he probably either dies, wins, or has a chance to run away. And he's probably going to run away and make sure that, he'll probably dump the Panther somewhere and pretend to be a civilian in some corner of the world.
He's like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, he's done. He's had enough.
He was like, it was fun until it wasn't. It was.
Yeah. This guy was the real driving force of the game, because that was a real Kuritan with shitty skills.
It's almost like he acted like he was in charge.
Yeah, it's almost in charge. And I could continue this game to see where it goes, but that poor bastard, he just wants out.
He could say, I'll join you.
He could. He's probably going to hit the jump jets and run away, though.
Go run away.
She's shut down. He's fighting face to face. He'll hit the jump jets next movement phase and try, because you can try to jump over that if you have jump jets on this. The Sentinel.
Does the Sentinel?
I don't know.
No, but it definitely is going to be able to outrun you.
Well, you'll have to get around all that stuff that I can just fly over.
That is true.
So
It's also not going to take too long to get the Jenner back online.
it's not. But by the time the Jenner is up and running, they can go chase the fleeing Panther, or they can take over a base. What's their option?
Our option is we have support. We have support arriving.
Yes. They're going to take over the base. And
We are going to secure our dead pilot again.
Yes.
And we're going to secure our injured pilots and all of the pilots that are fleeing the area.
You also have 3 intact PPCs.
We do. Holy shit! Oh,
Yeah, you
Heck,
do.
if you really want to scrape for parts, you could literally get one of those Panthers up and running.
we could.
Heck, you can, depending on the
That
damage.
dragon's toast. There is nothing left.
Yeah, that dragon fought to the bitter end.
That dragon is shrapnel over here.
Yeah.
If you
I didn't
pull-
have enough internal structure to try to fend off an ammo explosion.
But yeah, if you pull your cards right, you might be able to get 2 of the Panthers up and running. And all things depending.
They are pretty shot the fuck. We talk about death by 2 2 of them got cored, and 1 got death by ammunition explosion.
No, 1. I might be able to get 1.
Yeah, 1 Panther. So if you want to
Wait.
print and bail with a Panther, you can.
I will. That's probably going to be. That's probably what I'm going to take in the next match.
And they can
to
be
replace the
The Locust is down.
the locust that is being repaired.
Yeah, the Locust has to be repaired because it's
Its
gonna
engine
be,
is destroyed.
and it's gonna be fun. Oh boy.
All right.
There ends this second mission in your little campaign of fighting with the Lindon's company in their grudge against Kurita.
The grudge continues.
The grudge does continue.
Also, I am interested in finding out who is actually going to fucking pilot who's going to pilot the Hunchback again.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Like, I'm pretty sure people are legit going to be like, no, that mech is fucking cursed. I'm gonna put a 5/6 pilot in that Hunchback
Cool.
because people are afraid to get in it.
Might as well start calling the thing shoebox. Because that's usually what you leave the thing in.
Tell me about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is a long drawn out fight of bloodthirstiness and crazy shit happening. And man, the commander shut down on one side due to the heat extremes, and the other side, the commander literally went up in too much flames.